Hello and welcome to this section where we will discuss about CSS FlexBox. So this lecture is an introduction lecture wherein we will discuss what exactly a CSS FlexBox is and how it is used. So let's first go ahead and learn what exactly is a CSS FlexBox and why it is used. CSS FlexBox is a way to lay out, align, and distribute space amongst items in a container. So if you're using a div container in your website to basically go ahead and distribute some space among elements, CSS FlexBox is going to provide you a way to lay out those elements, align those elements, and distribute those elements which are actually present in that container. So let's say if you have a container, you have some items into them. So using CSS FlexBox, you can specify the proper layout, alignment, and the distribution of space between those elements. It's actually better than other layout methods. So we also have something which is called as CSS box layout, which is now quite outdated. So we won't be learning anything about that. And apart from that, we have other few methods of laying out elements, but CSS FlexBox is one of the most efficient and better layout methods to use while making a website. It's actually a single dimensional model. That means it only deals in one dimension. It actually has two axes. One is called the main axis and one is called the cross axis. So a main axis could either be a row and column. So if you go ahead and select the row as your main axis, then automatically the axis which is perpendicular it actually becomes the cross axis. So if you select row as your main axis, column becomes your cross axis. And if you select column as your main axis, the row actually becomes the cross axis. So let's now go ahead and learn about CSS FlexBox layout in much more detail by taking an example.